All right, we're live here. We're on all my socials, and we're here with John from Otherworldly Entity, right?
Yep, that is correct.
We may have a little delay, but it don't seem like it's too much of one. How's it going tonight, man?
Okay.
Cool, cool.
Oh, it's going good. It's nice and cold here in New York.
It's I'm in Indianapolis, and it's cold here too. It's been set in snow.
We got wiped by a blizzard today.
Oh man, yeah, we got about 6 inches a couple days ago. It ain't going nowhere though because it's been so damn cold. So you the only one from the band gonna be on tonight?
Yep, it's just.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yep.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So tell us a little bit about the band.
I'm plenty. I'm plenty. Don't worry about it. We are a alt rock, alt metal band from Syracuse, New York, Central New York. I mean, we're kind of scattered all over the place around here. We've been together since 2018, and just playing shows and releasing as much music as we can.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I was listening to some music, man. I dig it. It's it's got a different sound to it, really. It was when I was making up my flyer, like I just on the top of my head, I came up with folk metal, and I was like, it's got some kind of folk metal.
That's how Zlako and I, our guitarist, that's how we started playing together. Was we both played folk music, and one day we were just like, let's do something heavy, let's do something more aggressive.
Nice, that's awesome. Like I said, there's metal feel elements I felt, and then I don't know, almost like a progressive storytelling element to it. Gotta,
Absolutely, people usually say it's like Deftones meets Tool.
yeah, I definitely heard the Tool feel in there. The Deftones, I can see it now that you pointed it out. Which we've got a few of your tunes, man. What you want to play one for everybody tonight? What are you thinking?
Yeah, absolutely, I'm in. Which one are you thinking of to start out?
How about we play Sin? You want to tell us a little bit about the song before we play
Sure,
it, or you
that's
want?
that's one of my favorites. Still one of my favorites to play live.
That's what stuck out in my head when I
Yeah,
was listening to
absolutely.
him.
We wrote that one. That was the first song we wrote. Yeah, we wrote that with Sean Washer for the first time. He joined the band, and that's the first song he showed up on drums with us.
Nice. I guess I'm a little behind on that. So actually, right before we go on the song, tell us who is your current lineup?
It's myself, Zlatko Grozel, who's our guitarist, and Sean Washer, who's our drummer.
Okay. And everybody's from the New York area.
Yeah, I mean Zlatko is initially from Bosnia, but
Oh,
he immigrated here a couple decades ago.
right on. We've got a slight delay. I'm trying to find if I can pinpoint it real quick. Just for me getting to you and your voice getting back, we got just a slight second delay or something. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here on this. Oh. All right. Well, tell us a little bit of that song, and I'll look into this as I'm playing it because I know my media will play. It's something between our camera connections.
What's that?
If you want, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the song, and I'll play it, and then I'll see if I can figure out the delay while the song's playing.
Absolutely. So this was the first song we wrote for our Scylla Cyborg album, our second album, and it was just one of those fun songs that we just sat down and wrote. And again, it was the first song that Sean Washer was on with us, which made a big difference in how it felt. It just felt a lot more raw, a lot heavier.
Right on. We'll play it. I'm gonna see if I can dig in and see what this delay is. Help us out a little bit. So this is "Sin" by
All right.
Otherworldly Entity. Let me see.
My tattoo's washing over you. Take a deep breath just to show it. The smell of your sweat and your sweet perfume remind me of death, and you know it. The last time this road was closing in, the blistering sun was still shining. We look at the chance of where we begin, while the stars are all hiding. It's you and me, a poison sense of reality. It's me and you, dying such a mortal thing to do. I speak in rhyme, she speaks in prose. I write my line, she drops her nose. As our hearts beat on the burning horizon, I see no future but for now. She'll be my sin. You're the perfect kind of evil in an innocent package. You're a demonic spectacle, a fire burning chaotic. This blasphemic door we show to you, mysterious angelic findings. No gods can see the things we do, while the stars are all shining. It's you and me, a poison sense of reality. It's me and you, dying such a mortal thing to do. I speak in rhyme, she speaks in prose. I write my line, she drops her nose. As our hearts beat on the burning horizon, I see no future but for now. She'll be my sin. I speak in rhyme, she speaks in prose. I write my line, she drops her nose. As our hearts beat on the burning horizon, I see no future but for now. She'll be my sin.
All right. I didn't want to do anything before I knew what I was doing, but do you want me to remove this profile right here? Just
Yeah.
all right. Hey, so far it sounds like it's doing a little bit better.
I hope so.
Let's make sure I'm removing the right one. Boom. There we go. All right. Yeah, man, that's "Sin." That's a song that stuck out to me when I started listening to the tracks earlier. Like, I was like, oh, I dig this one. And you can. That's where you can feel, in my opinion, that Tool-esque vocals.
Absolutely. And that was one of the first songs I really did some screaming in.
Nice. Nice. So how long you been writing songs and been a singer?
It's going to make me sound old no matter what the answer is, right?
Yes, sir. I know that.
I started my first band was 2001. So it's been
Nice.
since then.
Nice,
Pretty
yeah.
consistently since then. Yeah.
So, I think my first band was around 95.
Okay, you're worse. You're worse.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more up there, just a tad bit. I graduated in '96. Yeah, I'd say '95 would be like my first band where I actually played out and did some shows instead of just in a buddy's garage making noise.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you're like, I was 14 at the time, and it was one of those things like all my friends were older than me, so I could play in bars and stuff, and no one ID'd me because they just assumed
Right.
I was older like everyone else.
So what kind of music did you come up on? What brought you in to make you know that you wanted to be a musician?
You know, it was mostly the grunge movement or in post grunge. If you're getting into bands like Stained and Seether and stuff like that, you know, I think the first song I ever learned how to play and sing at the same time, I think I was maybe 12 years old. I was Glycerine by Bush.
Nice.
You know, so when we go back, it's like that post grunge movement. But around 2001 is when I started finding bands like Cold. You know, that started kind of getting into the darker things, and that's what really entertained me.
Yeah, I love some Cold, and Lindsay is the Indiana Girls.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. We've played with them a few times, and she
Yeah.
is always an absolute sweetheart.
I've failed to see them yet since they've been back around in the last 5 years, probably because I got in a car wreck, just got back just on life for a minute. But man, that last album was great.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Some kind of
And we just played with them last year.
nice. Scooter still sounds great too, don't he?
Yeah, I kind of think he sounds better than he did when we were younger. You know, I remember seeing him when I was like 16, and now just the grit to it is absolutely incredible. He's such an inspiration. Like every time we play with him, every time we hang out with him, he's so down to earth, so cool, so kind with all of us. And he always gives us those little pointers, and you can't help but take his advice because you're like, you're Scooter Ward.
Right. Yeah, I think the first time I seen him, and I still got it around here somewhere. It's just a little red a single cassette that they threw out at the show, and it was 2 songs off the first album. I can't even remember what songs they were.
Wow, that's got to be a collector's item at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of shows and playing for Cold, what do you guys, other than working on new music, what do you guys got? You guys got anything, shows coming up or anything?
Actually, we are announcing tomorrow. We're announcing the new album that's coming out, and but I'll say it here because why not?
Right on. Yeah.
You know, let's blow the marketing scheme a little bit. So December 30th, we're actually releasing our new album, Mycerium. And so our newest single, Tower, is going to be on that one, and then several other tracks.
Nice. So you guys plan on doing some hitting the road after you drop that? And
Oh, absolutely. We just played a lot of back-to-back shows in October, you know, kind of doing a Halloween run.
yeah.
So now that we're in, frozen New York tundra time, it's time to sit back and release some material and take a breather.
Yeah, you got Curtain Call where you're working with too, and you know there's a great bunch of guys and great roster of artists.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we've been working with them since I think 2021, I believe. And so it's been a great adventure. John and Gigi over there at Curtain Call, they've worked so well with us. You know, it's really nice to not feel like you're losing your identity in your work. You know.
Yeah, and that's what every band wants. Still wants to have that control, you know, over their art. When no matter who's getting ready to invest or do whatever their part of that music is going to be. Music
Exactly.
art.
I mean, you're the one that has to sleep at night. You're the one that has to go to bed knowing that you did the best you could, you know, no matter what.
So, tell us a little bit about the other guys in the band. You guys all got different tastes in music. I know you told us a little bit about what you was into. I know a lot of times I love it when you got guys that don't even listen to what they play. And
Well, and it's funny because we've kind of gone on this like identity search over the past couple albums, where you know sometimes it feels a little more alt, sometimes it feels a little more progressive. We're kind of bouncing all over the place. And I think this album we're releasing on the 30th is kind of our effort kind of scenario where we're we're kind of done fitting everyone else's descriptions and expectations, and we just want to play what we want to play. And you know, Washer, our drummer, he comes from a really heavy metal background, and we met him playing with those super like beat down hardcore bands. And when he came to us, it was like, okay, you can actually breathe in our sets. You know, hey, there's going to be parts where you're not actually even playing.
So that's a whole different ballgame for him, huh? He gets to take some breathers during a song.
Oh yeah, I mean the strategy is so different because we always emphasize. Zlatko and I have been playing together now since 2018, and we really emphasize, you know, it's the dynamics. It's, you know, no human being is always just balls to the wall metal. There's always going to be this downside. So you've got to kind of spread the gamut of emotion, and it means that the things you don't play are as significant as the things you do.
Yep. So, there's some of them guys that think they're just balls of wall metal and ain't got nothing else, but they just ain't dug deep and got it yet.
Well, and it starts to all sound the same, you know?
Yep.
You know, we played a lot of huge metal shows and metal festivals and stuff, and every time it's like halfway through the set, I'm bored, you know, or I'm just emotionally overstretched. I'm just, you know, overwhelmed by it. So it's the down times give you the up times. It's the balance to it.
So you guys started, speaking of downtimes and uptimes, you guys started out right around COVID, huh?
Yeah, our first album was written and recorded. Cataclysm was written and recorded during COVID. That's why it's called Cataclysm. You know, we were experiencing it at that time. It was kind of crazy, and just playing shows at that time was insane.
Yeah, I tell a lot of artists that. You hear people gripe about COVID as far as being cooped in the house, but I was like, man, that was an artist's dream. You know, all you do, you create. That's all you had time to do.
Exactly, and we had our own recording studio that we built. You know, Zlatko and I are both engineers, so we built a recording studio, and we just worked away on an album. You know,
that's the best way to do it, especially times like that. Like the best art comes out.
Oh, absolutely, and we, you know, at that time we had a couple other members with us, and they worked with us on it, and it was just it was a relief. That's why. There's a song on that first album called You're Not Alone, which is like a really uplifting, positive song. I hate playing it live because it's too happy. But it was just one of those songs we needed at that time, you know? We needed something uplifting and happy at that moment. And so that's why we wrote it. It was something we needed.
How's you guys' writing process? You guys write it all together? You come to them with a riff and words and build from that?
It's kind of all over the place. Whatever gets it going at the time. A great example is you know, our latest single, Tower. That's a song that I just sat down and wrote, and it's because we were working on another song at the time with the amazing Matt Tybor from the Bunny the Bear, and it's a song called Happy. And I was just like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it right now. I can't work on this. It's too upbeat. It's too happy. Can't work on it. So I just sat down and in a matter of 15, 20 minutes, wrote and recorded a demo version of Tower and sent it to the guys. And they were like, you know, chef's kiss. Don't need to change it. Let's do it.
Nice. Yeah, those are the best ones that come together like that, too. Just poof.
Yeah.
It's just out of pure emotion at that moment.
Yup. And then we have songs like Foreplay on Cataclysm. That were like Zlatko and our old drummer Taylor Porter. They were writing that song, and I kind of just took a sidestep because we were working on releasing that album, and I was busy doing social media stuff and doing the paperwork and the copyright stuff and all that, and I kind of just let them keep working on that song as like busy work. And then one day at practice, they jammed it out for me, and I'm like, oh my god. This is such a good song. We need to put this on the album. So it's we have a very organic process. It's however that song needs to be written at that time. You know, Sin, which you just heard, is one of those songs that I wrote it and I sent a demo version to Zlatko, And maybe 6 months later, he came to me. We were hanging out at my house, and he's like, "Hey, let's work on that song you sent me." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's work on that." And we sat down on the couch, and I just started playing a random riff because I couldn't remember it, and that's what became Sin. Is the original demo actually sounds nothing like the version we released, and we both forgot the original version. So we just went, "Oh yeah, this is it." And then when we got done recording it and we were working on the music video for it, I said, "Oh, by the way, guys, this is not the song I sent you."
It takes that kind of chemistry and shit to be in a band as long as you guys have been together for
absolutely.
7+ years now.
We have so much fun with it. And it can be really stressful and it can be really exhausting, but it's like a brotherhood. It really is.
Yep. So since you pretty much told us about it, we'll get into Tower. But Brian's in the chat room. Brian said, "Hey guys," he said,
Hey.
"Otherworldly entity rocks." But then he goes on. He goes on to prove to us he's older than us because he graduated in '92.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Yep. Tower's the latest release. He said, "I'm gonna put that on screen, and I'm gonna put while we play it. Let me get it here. Get you guys' Facebook up or some socials up so people can see how to get to you."
Oh, absolutely. Our website's the easiest way.
Let's see here, Brian. Text. Wow, get it. There we go. And then we're gonna play Tower from Otherworldly Entity. This is the latest release from these guys. Jump on the website and check it out.
Expect for anyone to know the pain in your head, the loss of control. Searching for something that can give me hope, but there's only silence when the walls erode. Crashes
Man, I felt could hear a type of negative feel in that.
Oh, a little bit. I think that's unavoidable.
That's a good track. I like the way it's laid out. Jeremy Lincoln says, "Hey, we got Brian's in there. Said this is a killer track." And what's up, Jimbo? And what's up, John?
Yeah,
What's up, Brian? So, right before we got into talking about Tower, I was gonna say I noticed you had a guitar by you. You don't want to play something, do you?
Probably not, only because I haven't thought about it. It ended up being a cover, and I'm pretty sure we can't do that.
Nah, yeah, something would happen there. But I leave that open to any band I talk to. We used to do that last season. I really just ain't had a band yet pick up on doing it, coming on playing a track or two and talking in between them.
I mean, we've done it before. I always can do it, but I'm afraid in this scenario it might not sound so great.
Right on. We'll schedule something for in the future doing that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah,
we'll play
man.
live. We'll play live. It doesn't matter what it is, where it is, what it's for. We love live.
Right on. Hell yeah. And it's rocking music like that in a 3-piece, man. I bet you guys put on a good live show.
Oh, and we have a lot of fun doing it. We actually we invented some new technology in a weird way. We call it the R2. It's our little robot that does a lot of work for us. So it keeps our backing tracks, it keeps our effects tracks, it keeps like vocal effects, and then it also runs our lights and video screens and everything timed to the show. Nice. So it makes it for a really easy ability for us to get on stage and just do what we do.
So on that note, well, how do you feel about all this AI stuff?
Oh, it drives me nuts. It's artificial for a reason. It's
go ahead.
You can't fake emotion. You can't fake humanity. You just can't.
No, that's for sure. I mean, I get mixed emotions. Everybody talks about it. I stumbled upon it about the same time I started researching to do this podcast because I was going to be laid up from some surgeries, and so I was like, "Fuck, there's nothing better to do than learn some shit." And started learning it, man, and you just get into it. And then there's going to be frauds, like there always has been, but as a tool, kind of like your R2. I mean, if you find your use as a tool, it is the greatest tool a musician or an artist could ever have. Me being a songwriter, I've repurposed songs all the way back to when I was in middle school. But I think we're going to have. I think when it gets said done, I think nothing's going to eliminate the human feel and music, human nature for music. I think there's just going to be people like that. They'll go to the AI station or whatever.
I think the big thing is just like any new technology, it hits this peak where it's being used in wrong ways, and it's being used in ways that we can tell is not the best use of it. And then we kind of calm down and realize it's just another tool. You can use it. I think when it comes to music, I've actually heard of musicians using it as a jumping off point, like a starting point. Like I'll use AI, and I don't use AI for anything, but I've heard of artists using it as like to start a melody, to figure out where to start with a song or start with a concept. But as long as humanity is what continues it and builds it and finishes it, then I think the result is there. AI is a tool just like any other tool. And, I think I was told for years it's not the tool, it's the artist that makes the tool, not the tool that makes the artist.
Yes. I think it's going to make the creative more creative, and the people who's just trying to get a meal ticket off of it, the real's always going to expose the fake.
Exactly, and you can't. And the big deal is how well are you going to be able to roll with things? And if you're relying on AI, you have no ability to roll with it.
Yep. It's all how if you know how to use it. Because like I said, when I jumped into it, mainly it was because I wanted to write a movie. Because me being a songwriter, I've always had movie ideas. but never like I can't do a movie. And I seen this little thing about do your movies in AI, and I was like, fuck, I can do a movie. I've got like 5 scripts wrote. But it's just like I said, just not only that you can say cheating, but it's more or less researching and studying because it's taught me so much when just going in and looking up how to all the terms and everything a filmographer does, just so I know how to prompt it that way. It's been a while.
Right.
It's a learning experience.
And I mean, we shoot all of our own music videos, so it's all our crew. It's all in house. All of the special effects are in house. We try to do as much with practical effects as we can, and AI is something like we steer clear away from as much as possible, because it's one of those things like I would rather learn how to actually do it. And I understand that's a really privileged position to have, of being like, yeah, I want to learn, and I have the ability to learn, and I have the time to learn, so I'm going to. So I'd rather just do it myself.
Yeah, but then sometimes you got that eliminates that not having that big budget to do it though.
Yeah. That's a huge thing. It's you have to have the ability to experiment and figure it out.
Yeah, I think that's another kind of plus. It'll put music in the hands of kids that might have never had it put in their hands before.
Right. Yep.
Because everybody's on their phone.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing is there are apps on phones for like keyboards and things like that, so you can actually learn basic composition without AI. You know,
oh yeah.
There's a lot of opportunity.
You got Michael Latham. How do you define art? He said.
How do I define art? The human experience as created by the human experience. That's the way I would define it. Is it can be anything that is experience creating experience.
I agree with what he says. Like actually, once he started answering, I don't know who the question was to. I read it and assumed it was you. But yeah, I'd say about the same. Anything that comes from an experience or an emotion that's been turned into something that it means something to somebody that has took them away from something, or was their art has so many meanings to so many people actually.
Well, and it's such a human thing that you have both sides. You have intention and you have reception. How you intend it versus how someone receives it. Those are two entirely different things, but both are valid experiences in their own. If somebody hears one of our songs and it makes them happy, but it comes from a sad place for us, that doesn't make it less of an experience for either of us.
No, that's the beauty of music. It's up for interpretation of the listener.
Exactly. Yep. I've watched people sing along with songs of ours live, and they're grinning and smiling ear to ear, and I'm going, I wrote this about my dad dying, but it's just a different experience for each of us, and that's the whole thing with life in general. Is it's going to be different. It's experiential.
Yep. Yeah, I tell people I'll sing the wrong lyrics to a song and I'll just keep them that way because that's the fucking lyrics I know. Yeah, that's what I felt when I heard the song and it stuck with me, so it stuck with me.
Oh yeah, I mean, or you could be like Aaron Lewis, who never sings a Stain song correctly.
Yeah, right. He has trouble singing anything correctly if the crowd don't get completely quiet.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess since they're his songs, I guess they're always correct, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's the beauty of original music. I tell people that the original music compared to like cover bands and stuff, I can fuck my shit up. You might not even know I fucked it up. Now, if I fuck somebody else's shit up, you're gonna know it.
Exactly. We try to play like one cover a show, but on the most part, we try to stick with originals. That's more fun for us.
What are some covers you guys usually play?
It kind of depends on who we're playing with. We do every once in a while we'll break in a song from Repo the Genetic Opera, because that one throws people off really bad. We do Sugar by System of a Down. Um,
Nice.
Shove It by Deftones. You know, we've done quite a few. We did a Cold song called Shine for a bit.
What is that? What's that first one you said? Repo the what? I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Repo
I've
the
never heard that
Genetic
one.
Opera. It's a
Yeah.
it's a cult classic goth movie. You know, written by
Nice.
Terrence Sedunick, out of I believe he's out of Canada, and it's one of the main characters was Paris Hilton in it. And
Nice.
it's a crazy movie, but there's a song in it that we like to cover live because every time people hear it, they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're covering Repo."
Hell yeah. We'll play another track before we get out here tonight. You wanna? How about Foreplay?
Sure, let's do Foreplay. This is the one I talked about where I'm like, it was busy work, and it turned into one of our favorite songs. I don't think since that song came out in 2021, I don't think we've played a show where we didn't play that song.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the one where you come back and I said, "Hey, look what we learned."
Yup.
Yeah. Right on. This is Foreplay, yo.
Long strands of DNA stretch across a window pane, embedded in a headboard of a hotel room that features everything. And I feel an urge rising up inside me. Need to see you, need to feel you. I feel a separation from reality. To be with you, to be in you. I'll stay, sweet anything. Screaming out my name, screaming out my name. Devil ray, black velvet lingerie. The special victim in this game we play. I feel the surge rising up inside me. I'm holding you, I'm choking you. I feel a separation from reality. To be with you, to be in you. I'll stay, sweet and neat things. You need nothing. Of a creaky bed frame.
Oh yeah, yeah. Man, I think that's actually probably my favorite track I've heard. Like, not to be biased of them, but
there's so many funny stories about that song. Like even the fact that it's called Foreplay is kind of funny. It was originally written as a completely different song called System, and Zlatko wrote all the lyrics to it and everything. I just wasn't feeling it, and again, it was like busy work, so I wasn't paying that close of attention. And they started jamming it in our old drummer's basement, and his brother walks in with a girl, and the girl goes, "Wow, this song kind of feels like Foreplay," and I'm like, "I'm into this song now." That's it.
I guess let me grab my pen.
You know, I'm like, there we go. That's the name of the song now. And yeah, let's get it on the album. and I remember the first time we played it live was during COVID. It was this crazy time where all of the stages had plexiglass on the front of the stage, so that there was this plexiglass between the bands and the audience, and it was super bizarre, and it felt like playing in an aquarium. And I remember playing that song for the first time at a venue called The Montage in Rochester. And at this point, everyone was kind of used to us playing more of like the alt rock kind of stuff. They were used to us like covering like Our Lady Peace and stuff like that. And then we pulled this song out, and all of a sudden there's screaming happening and this heavy double kick going on, and it kind of like blew the audience away, which was amazing that first time, and experiencing that in like the COVID aquarium, you know.
And how you said it, them saying, "Man, look, we got this." It explains the song because the pattern, it's just a groove where you could tell they was just jamming, they was getting it, and they're like, "Oh fuck, this rocks."
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Like smoke a bowl and just jam it out. And I'm sitting there doing paperwork, going, "Yeah, guys, just keep going, just keep going. Yeah, absolutely, it's a great song. Keep going." And then when they finally like pull me aside, they're like, "All right, we want you to hear what we did." And I'm like, "You got to be kidding me! This is great."
You got the patterns that are like that, you know, that driving bass line. But then but then you got your breakdowns and your complete changes to get out of those for a minute. And it's a well structured song. I dig it.
Yep, it's one of those that it really reminds you of like that kind of new metal bordering on prog metal, you know, like Deftones style.
Yep. Did you guys record that yourself too?
Yep. Everything
Right.
We recorded everything ourselves, and we have our producer is the amazing Jeremy Stimper out in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I have to say Cleveland, Ohio, because there's a Cleveland, New York also. But he's out in Cleveland, Ohio, and the guy's like, you know, we're a three-piece, and he's like our magical fourth member. You know, he does so much with us, and every time we work on an album, I feel like there's this natural evolution, and a huge part of that evolution is Jeremy, is our producer, who's been with us since day one.
He's like Frank from the Deftones.
Yeah. And he hasn't been in the studio with us. He hasn't watched us work through the little problems and figure out transitions and all of that. He's hearing it with a brand new ear, and whenever we get something back from him, he's always like, "I made some changes. If you don't like them, let me know." And every time he just absolutely nails it. You know, he's definitely been our secret weapon, and I'm so grateful. You know, we're a three-piece, and we're really lucky that we found the three of us to write the material. But it's not just the three of us. It's Jeremy, you know, as our producer. It's Risa, who's our touring photographer, who is such a big part of our image and our branding. You know, she helps so much with us developing that side of it. And then, of course, obviously John and Gigi over at Curtain Call. Yeah. So we're a three-piece with like a 10-person crew, you know, and I'm so grateful the puzzle pieces have fallen together.
And there's not enough times that the artists mention everybody like you did. You know, you get everybody that's on that train is doing something to keep it moving forward. You know,
even even Brian Moore, you know, who's doing a lot of work setting up a lot of these interviews and stuff for us. You know, just him being on top of it and reminding me, oh hey, you have these interviews to do. You know, there's so much crew behind everything, and Sean Washer, our drummer, has been doing, and I have to mention this because over the past several years being in this band, I've run all of our social media the whole time. You know, and it's you know, social media can become so exhausting. And you have so much else to do, and it's so exhausting. And he's been picking up that mantle and doing it, and he's been doing it in such a different way than I did it that I'm entertained by our content.
Nice.
And I'm in the band, and I'm watching our content laughing, and I'm like, this is great. So it's about being surrounded by the best people for you, you know, and we're just really lucky, and I'm so grateful that we have the team and the support that we have.
Because, you know, then people ain't nobody's getting rich, you know, so everybody's just doing it out of passion.
Exactly. I mean, our goal isn't to get rich; it's to survive. And if we can do that doing this, you know, and if all of my crew can do that doing this, I would be happy.
Yep.
It's a very low bar.
Brian said, I hope he didn't leave, but you said Brian works his butt off and he keeps on the interviews. He's just a pain in the ass sometimes. I got to give him hell every show.
You know what? You know what though? Pains in the ass are the best types of agents there are, because they're not going to let you forget something, and they're not going to let you get off with an excuse. You know?
Yep. That's in his name, A&R, art representation.
Yep, exactly. It's and you know what? At the end of the day, how often all of us that work in the creative fields, we're just so peopled out. You know, we're just out of energy for people, and
yes,
and we would probably take any excuse we could to not do something. Yep. And we need people like Brian going, no, I set this up, you're doing it. And
I sent you the Dropbox.
That wasn't today. That wasn't today. That's interviews from the past, but it's definitely happening where Brian is definitely
I keep him on his toes.
Yep. So
I keep him flustered.
I'm so grateful for it all. I feel like we're in a time period of the year where gratitude is the thing, and you know, I'm so grateful for our crew.
And building them bridges throughout. That's what that's why I threw the podcast together for artists to be able to unite and meet each other. And all of my pages, you're welcome to promo the shit out of the new album. Like that's what they're made for. The underground page and the group, promo the shit out of them, man. And any way I can help you guys in the future, maybe getting your Midwest date or anything, feel free to hit my inbox. Of
course, absolutely. And we'll set up a date. We'll get on here and we'll play live for you.
Yes, sir. Well, this be your moment to just get in. You already gave your shout outs. If you want to tell your socials and anything else you want to tell everybody else, this is your time.
I mean, keep an eye out on otherworldlyentity.com. That's where we make all of our big announcements and stuff. That's really going to be, with the new album dropping at the end of the month, that's going to be kind of the center point for it. So keep an eye out, because I'm so happy with this album. You know, this is the first album where I kind of went, you know, fuck everybody else. Let's just do what we do. And it makes me double proud of it, you know?
Hell yeah. That feels the best when you just go with pure feelings and not that's just it.
Yeah, I've never been the cool kid. I've never been the popular kid. Why start now?
Right? Well, we got the website down at the bottom, guys. I'll throw it back up here again. Otherworldlyentity.com. Go on there, follow everything, buy the new tracks, leave some comments, and check them out. You guys are on YouTube and everything else, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was in the email.
Yeah, and check out the music video for Tower. The music video for Tower has been getting tons of coverage and stuff, and it's been in tons of magazines, shockingly. That's what kind of threw me off. But we do everything in the music video.
We'll play it on the way out.
Yeah.
We'll play it on the way out, man. I didn't see it in the Dropbox, so I didn't know there was one for it.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. We actually do everything in the videos ourselves. So the shooting, the editing, the script writing. but also I am a fashion designer. I made all the outfits, I made all the accessories, everything. I do everything from scratch.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's I've never been in a band that we didn't do all the production and everything ourselves. I try. I'm a half-ass engineer. I'm still learning.
Well, I mean, what is it? The first step to being good at something is sucking at something.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did hip hop back in the day for a while, and I mean, I've engineered a few of my own albums that are decent albums people like, but I've not got deep into like doing whole bands and everything yet.
It's I can't imagine honestly. I how often I have bands come to us to be like, "Hey, can we record with you guys?" And like, dude, I only am good at it for myself. I don't care enough for other people's stuff. I just don't.
And it's like, sometimes you don't care enough for your own stuff because it gets so tedious. I say, producing and engineering music is like doing drywall mud. It's just over and over and over till you fuck it up and got to do it again over and over and over again.
I don't think I've ever heard a better comparison than that. Honestly, I think we could. I think any of us who have done it, we're like, yeah, we'll hire someone.
Yeah, because being especially musicians, I'm a perfectionist, so I get drywall mud. I get out there and I just try to get it the best I can get it, and I done fucked it up, so I got to start from scratch again.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
All right, let's share the screen here.
In audio engineering, you never say good enough,
Yeah, exactly, and you can always learn stuff, man. Every day, it's wild.
And every day there's something new.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's see. We got the screen there. All right, let's throw it on, and here's Tower video, official video. Hold on. See why we ain't like any sound yet. Oh, I bet you because I'm going through my mixing board and let's see if this. Can you hear now?
Losing faith in your own soul. You can't expect for anyone to know the pain in your head, the loss of control. And the tower falls while the king finds his crown. The rubble crashes to the ground. Without a throne, the king is found to be a king no more. As the tower crashes with no sound. Blaze of glory. To the love with the final kiss, searching for something that can give me hope. But there's only silence when the walls are low. And the tower falls while the king finds his crown. The rubble crashes to the ground. Without a throne, the king is found to be a king no more. As the tower crashes with no sound. Tower falls while the king finds his crown. The rubble crashes to the ground. Without a throne, the king is found to be a king no more. As the tower crashes and the tower falls while the king finds his crown. The rubble crashes to the ground. Without a throne, the king is found to be a king no more. As the tower crashes with no sound.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that video's dope, man. I wasn't sure if you could hear it because I shut my mic off and it showed no sound from my side. Like, but I mean, you wasn't telling me to stop or chatting, so I was like, I think you can hear it. Everybody can hear it.
I could hear it. I could hear it.
Right on. If you could hear it, everybody else could. So you shot all those parts and everything.
Yep. That was, and
Nice.
actually, even in the first day of shooting, we actually got flooded out. There was a huge, tornado that came into the area where we were shooting, and the forest rangers came and evacuated us. So we actually had to return for a second and then a third shoot in the same very, very remote forest that we had to bring generators in and get all this extra power in to get lights going and all that kind of stuff. But it was worth it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a cool video for sure. So that's the country in New York, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we have it here. I swear we have it.
I picture New York. I just picture big city. I mean, but I say Indianapolis, but really I'm south of Indianapolis, just in the sticks.
So we're more like Northern Ohio. Like,
Oh, right on.
Our cities are barely cities here. They're pretty small.
So kind of like Toledo area.
I would say even smaller than that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would say smaller than that, actually. Syracuse is a pretty small city. Our whole county has less than 500,000 people in it.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's, like I said, I picture New York, like everybody pictures just New York City, big cities. You know, you got your role everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a huge state. You know, it's New York's pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on tonight. Yeah, like I said, anytime you want to hook up or do something live or throw anything, need any connections in the Midwest, just get with me.
Absolutely, man. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, everybody, this has been a Otherworldly Entity. Check them out at otherworldlyentity.com. Check out all the new music, the latest track Tower. We just watched the video for it. And hit up John about any other merch or anything they got.
That's
you
it.
You have a good night, brother.
Have a good night, man.